Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from SoFi. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
And we see Daniel Jones take the field, and a bit of a polarizing player, Mike, not necessarily just in New York, but throughout the league. And there's just so much potential. There is so much talent. You think back to him coming out of college. He's big, he's strong, he can run, he can make every throw. And remember, only a couple years ago, he took this Giants team not only to the playoffs, but got a big road victory against Minnesota. So he's shown he can do it. He needs to bounce back from last year's injury and put together more consistent performances than he has of late.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jones. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Jones will get this out wide to Neighbors. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll try and run for the first with Singletary. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Giants.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. On third down, here's Singletary. And he will have a Giants first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And the Giants first down.
They'll go back to Singletary on first down. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Chargers have it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And he's out Out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Holding offense. Still first down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the right side, hauled in by McConkey. And he'll be taken down. That's a pickup of 18, and will set up a very manageable 2nd and 2.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Herbert to the air again. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, L.A. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Shotgun now for Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, it's Singletary. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll run once more with Singletary. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, New York.
Again, it's Singletary. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Jones. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's a run with Singletary. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing now is Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Herbert again. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Herbert to the air again. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
On 1st down, Jones. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Johnston motioning over. Now Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. Third down, 3 to go. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Isaiah McKenzie drops back deep to return. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. He's got his man, that's Slayton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, Jones. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up a first down.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Working from the gun, it's Jones.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Giants sending out their punter as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Davis to return it, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's got Homer. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Running left is Edwards. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They bring the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
A give, zone read, it's Edwards. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Johnston motioning over. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That'll be a 1st down, a gain of 10. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. Now it's Edwards. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Isaiah McKenzie now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To throw, it's Herbert. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. We're stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. First and 10. Here's Edwards. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. They run once more with Edwards. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down 2-E.
Cameron Dicker for the Chargers field goal. A 42-yard attempt. The kick is good.
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.